Hello, guys. Vengeance are here, and it's patch day. I'm surprised they're doing this big of a patch after all the updates they've done, but they've been rolling them out steadily. Today it looks like there's 118 updates and about a gigabyte download. There's the table of contents. The major thing we have today is they're opening up Agris Fever for gathering. Um, my initial reaction is this seems cool. That means good for everybody that is just strictly a life skiller. However, there's the points that you'll be using. Looks like lumbering is going to take the least amount, while pickaxes will take even more. Weird. Um, okay, reading through this, they give a little bit of example. Looks like you got to complete the book of Margahan, Volume 1, Chapter 5. You're going to benefit, you get a 150% boost. So they use lion meat as an example. Basic amount is 2 to 4. With Agris Fever applied, you get 5 to 10. So there you go. 1.5 times. Well, 1.5 times added to the original. So it's basically 2.5 times at that point. If you have 2000 mastery, you get plus 400% as a bonus. So it's going to be 10 to 20 or a base, and then it'll boost it up to 13 to 26. So that's cool. They list everything that's gatherable with resources. You can't see. It doesn't affect the black crystal shards or special resources like truffle mushrooms. Funny they mentioned that since they just upped the truffle mushrooms. The thing that bothers me is right here, these two lines. It doesn't affect the special skill, uh, the hedgehog skill, where it increases. So whenever you get those double procs, it's not going to affect that. It won't affect the double proc. Plus, it doesn't affect water scooping, shoveling, or milking cows. Well, that's terrible because those are a big part of gathering. Everybody has to water scoop if you're a life skiller. And most life skillers need milk, especially the cookers, the chefs. And then they just mentioned it doesn't affect truffle mushrooms, dead tree essence, and all other rare resources. Okay, cool. The other big thing, they've added a Solaire Hall of Fame. So I guess if you do good in the arena, I'm not going to read through this whole little bit here, but you can. But if they mention it's similar to the God of Fishing display, so you get a nice big statue up there, and they will not be regularly updated as far as family names and outfits. Breathing XP plus 10% for 10 hours is what they grant you. They're kind of cool looking. And now they're going to release the Ataraxian, like the third installment of that. I still haven't done the first two. Maybe I should. But you're going to get another quest line pertaining to it. So it'll be the third biome of the fortress. Moving on, we've got the autumn season is commencing. You're able to graduate November 9th today before season ends. I guess that's early graduation, right? Or maybe not. Maybe it's full graduation. But it doesn't look like. And there's the requirements there. There's a couple of quests you got to do, and then same as always, you get a box full of memories, a letter of encouragement, conversion stone box, all that stuff. And then there's the gift box full of memories. 100 crons, Vice Volks, boss gear exchanges, and a couple of the other little nice little things. And you get a special season special gift. Blah 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 blah. It's not very good. You get some juice and some cron stones, and then you get the special gift coupon, which gets you 100 stack. If you haven't participated in the previous seasons, you can go ahead and get the pen accessories. But if, like me, I did all the previous seasons, the early ones, so I've got all the pen accessories from the rewards, so it would literally only give me a 100 stack, and I'm not about that. I'm not going to do all that work for just a 100 stack. And I'm high enough in the gear score at 277. The only real thing that I would be doing is just if I got bored of my wizard, and that's not going to happen. I like my wizard, so seasons are just not, they're not worth it to me. Unless they just have some items that you can exchange for that I need, as far as if I need crons or if I need some other the other stuff. I'm probably not going to participate in this season much. Sometimes they have an exchangeable little item, like an event item, that gives some pretty good stuff that I might need. That would be an incentive for me to go and do the season. But going through the process of leveling another character and doing all that just to see how fast I can do it, and I got other things that my time is more better. It's better used doing other things. All right, so there's events. I'll go over those in a minute. We got some class changes. Looks like they're fixing some little class bug things and just quality of life stuff. There's the Ranger. There's the Berserker one. Changing attack ranges and stuff on Berserker stuff. They did a lot of reworks on that. There's the Kunoichi. Something to do with the invisibility on one of the skills. Wizard and Witch, these are the ones that I look at the most because I play Wizard. Change some descriptions on skills, and they fixed an issue where it would go on skill cooldown, even though it wasn't on cooldown. It would look like it would be for Prime Lightning Storm. So it's just a little bit of bug fixes there. Striker, Archer. There's the hash. So content. They've improved residences. You can now set the max level of storage, horse gear, refineries, costume mills, crop factories, workshops that you want to buy with contribution. Before, you could only buy one at a time, then you had to upgrade them. Now you can set it to max level. I don't know why you would buy the thing with contribution and not buy the max level of the thing. It's kind of dumb to even have like different grades anyway. Why not just say, okay, here's the residence. You can do this stuff at a residence. You got to buy it. Rework the contribution system, gating it behind. So you got to have like certain ones to have more storage. So like if I'm in Heidel, or let's use Velia here, like this one that we're looking at. Some of the residences there in Velia only give you level 1 storage or level 2 storage. This one gives you level 3. I get it. It's to gate with contribution points so that you want to buy the more expensive ones because they give better benefits. Otherwise, contribution, blah, blah. Rework it. Who cares about the levels? Just tie it to the thing to where they don't have grades or levels. Just, oh, this house gives this much storage because it's a bigger house. This house gives this much storage because it's a smaller house, and not give as much. Who cares about the grades? Just take them out. Same with like the crafting. It's like, okay, the other games do it all the time. It's like, okay, you can only craft this stuff here. Maybe, they don't have the tools at that shop, okay? So it costs less contribution than a shop that you can craft them at. It doesn't make a lot of sense to have like the grade system in here. It's like, of course, if you buy it, I get that it's kind of a gold sink too, but in terms of how much silver everyone is making, 4,000 silver to upgrade a shop is not enough of a silver sink to make a difference and to keep the inflation down in the in-game economy. Change the Balanos Abyssal Vein exit. Okay, blah blah blah. Obtaining knowledge of Abyssal Veins Balanos via Black Spirit / talk. Okay, so they changed a little bit on the Magnus. They've adjusted difficulty on the Wild Horse Taming mini game. Pressing space will increase it at greater increments than before. Not pressing space will decrease at lesser increments than before. Okay, so they put they basically handicapped it. You now only need to feed a wild horse 1 lump of raw sugar to successfully tame it. So they dumbed it down. You don't have to give yourself carpal tunnel tapping the space bar as bad, and you won't lose. You won't lose the tame bar as quickly. So they made it easier. Fixed the Magnus quest. If you forfeit it, you couldn't complete it. They fixed that. They've adjusted the Magnus accordingly, the quest line. They've separated some of the outfits for the Berserker out. There used to be gloves and shoes were part of the armor. I wish they'd do that for my wizard thing so I can swap hats. Because I want the big hat with the outfit that I'm wearing, that my little character's wearing. The outfit is all one piece, so the hat, the armor, and the gloves and boots are all one piece, and then you got weapon covers. I want them to separate it out so I can swap in another hat, because I don't like the hat that comes with the thing. Monsters, they added Ode of Heroes of Yore. Obtained from defeating field bosses. It'll expire in 5 hours. It gives you a 10% drop rate for 5 hours. Okay. You stack this buff with other item drop increase buffs. You can store this item in your family inventory. What's the point of storing it if it expires in 5 hours? So if you can defeat a field boss and you can get a 10% drop rate buff. They're trying to get people to do world bosses. And they kind of reworked them. Now spawn successive bosses when defeated. The aforementioned improvements should be given a brief intermission between defeating each field boss to provide ample time to prepare for the next battle. Charge the endless hordes of Avengers seek out their ruin. Red Nose Beg and Dim Tree have decided to band forces and unleash havoc together all over the Balanos territory. So see, they are shifting the game because this season has pushed everyone to be so geared, and world boss gears just, nobody's doing them. Having global spawn times, it's so bad that a lot of people can't go to the bosses, and so the game population just doesn't do it. So now they're going to be doing this. I assume they're going to fill the slots with all of them. So each field boss appears approximately 3 minutes after previous boss has been defeated. Once Red Nose is defeated, the Dim Tree spirit will awaken, shaking the very foundation of the Force of Seclusion. So it starts with Beg, then Red Nose. I wonder if they've updated the timers. They did the same for Serendia too. Giant Monster. And that poisonous boss, whatever they're called. Being a threat nearby while fighting a monster, the monster will flee, then reappear in another location. Decrease the number of times the giant monster flees from twice to once with the above change. And then the Cat's Variac, sure runs, appears 5 minutes after you defeat the giant monster. They've also adjusted the field boss rewards and drop rate. Increased the probability of obtaining the loot. See, I don't go because of the... One, I have to make a time slot for it, so I have to make sure that I'm here. But two, I'm unlucky. So when it comes to drop rate, useless. I'll just get these. Laura's, auras, and crystals. I don't need that. What happened to the boss? So I'm guessing you can no longer just get flat. I guess you can no longer just get the flat gear. You're mostly going to get this stuff and then the auras. Because you can change 100 auras for a piece of boss gear. And then when you're done with that, once you've done that, you can change 1 to 1 for memory fragments. And then you can exchange 2 auras for 115 concentrated. They want to funnel everything into the guaranteed pens. People, I think, have complained about the upgrade system so much that now they're just reworking stuff. Which is fine because you pretty much get a guaranteed pen. You get a guaranteed pen accessory. So one of the 4 slots is filled. You can either get a ring or an earring. So one of those 4 slots is filled. All you got to worry about is the other 5. When you add in the necklace and the belt, you get a guaranteed piece of boss gear from Magnus. So there's one of 4 filled. You can get a guarantee. The other Jatina gives you the guaranteed other boss gear. The first 2 of those are pretty easy to get. So you pretty much got full pen gear at that point, minus the accessories and your weapons. So that's crazy. I mean, it's good. They're lowering the barrier of entry into high level. Maybe they'll add higher geared content. They disappear 1 hour after they spawn. They removed all of this stuff, and then they added this stuff. So now you can get Advice on Volks 10, 20, 30, 40, and the Ode to the Heroes of Yore, which is a 10% drop buff. But they removed the Enchanted Scrolls, and they took out the Akum defense gear. And they've reworked the divisions for boss loot and how it's distributed. They didn't list it here, but I would assume you can still get the boss pieces, not just the auras. Very strange. Pearl Shop, they changed recommendations for new adventures, did some web improvements, did a little bit of translation in German, translation, Spanish and French, and then these are the other stuff they modified. Fixed some of the auto traveling. Removed opals. That was probably an exploit. Fixed that issue for Shere Khan Iron Mine. Fixed another issue with pillars not appearing. Improved some cutscenes. Different sorcerer's equipment, clothes. They fixed some stuff with that. I don't see anything that that's an improvement. The boss summon scroll, a party member has in the skills window open when the leader uses the summon scroll. That was a weird glitch. I don't see anything that is a huge game changing fix that they did today. So there's all the updates and changes. Let's jump over to the events that are running. So they've still got the Ataraxian weekly quest. They're doubled until the 16th, next week's maintenance. Login rewards are still the same. They're still doing the 100 silver on Mondays and Tuesdays. They're doing that until the 29th of this month, November. And the fishing event goes for one more week. So I will be AFK fishing like a crazy person for another week. And they've announced the Calpheon Ball. That's going to be October 26th to November 11th. Okay, so they're basically, that's your window to apply for it. I'm not going. I got stuff I got to do. And of course, the autumn season is still going until December 7th. You get hot time. And the season character level up rewards. We went over that before. And this, they have ended the sign-ups for that on the 6th, so they've already announced that yesterday, I believe, and we still got some codes until the 30th. You guys can go check that out. That's same as, I mean, those haven't changed. I already redeemed them. And if you're a new adventurer, you get some login stuff for that. So that's cool. Awesome. Well, that's all I got. Took me a little bit to get through all of that, but I think the Agris on the gathering's a good update. I think it'll be good after it settles. Definitely, probably, definitely good, but probably lumbering's going to be the most profitable, I would say, because it takes the least amount of Agris. Butchering seems to be right in the middle, and then mining is at the expensive end for Agris consumed. So there you go. I'm gonna keep on fishing. That's what I like to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. I haven't even gotten in game yet after maintenance. It's still got a few minutes before it comes back up, but I'll get this uploaded. Didn't do promotion, shameless self plugging, so you know, subscribe, like, comment. Got to get that in there. I always try to do it either at the very beginning or the very end, so it doesn't take up too much time. But that's all I got. So with that, enjoy your game time and the rest of your day. And as always, until next time.